Hi, everyone, and welcome to your new moon in Leo energy reading and pick a card. We are going to start talking about what Leo energy is. Well, Leo's key phrase is I will. So, what does that mean, and where is it going to show up in your life this new moon cycle, and how can you use it to your advantage? So, Leo energy has a confidence and creative flair to it. It loves to be the center of attention. It is the performer. It can be dramatic and bring the drama, and it loves to be the leader. And Leo energy loves to shine, and more often than not does, because if there's a will, there's a way. And Leo energy is very good at creating its own reality. It can also, at times, show itself as egotistical, as self centered and willful, but also as fiery and passionate, playful, happy, and fun to be around. And while there's nothing wrong with having a strong will and confidence, there is a need to remember that you are not the boss and you do not make, or sorry, and that you do make mistakes. So try to avoid the shadow energy of arrogance here. Okay, so now that we know what the Leo I will energy is, let's take a look at where it's going to show up for each zodiac sign. But first, I'm going to give you those examples. Let's say, for example, you're wanting to manifest, you're wanting to bring things into your life that serve your highest good, okay? So let's talk about Leo in the sixth house. Maybe you've decided you want to start a new health regime, okay? You want to maybe start exercise, toning up. You may even want to diet or just adapt to and take on a new healthy lifestyle. Okay, use the Leo energy, use that confident energy, use that energy that may be a little bit self centered because you're talking about yourself here and you want to get that started for yourself. But also, take that fiery passion when it comes to the actual exercise regime that you want to do and just know that you're taking on that energy because this is something that you're doing for yourself. Or what if this Leo energy was in your 11th house? Which is all about the collective, your friend groups, your social groups. Maybe you need to step up and be a leader in one of those groups. Maybe you want to step up and be the leader. Maybe it's not a need, you want to do it. So take on that Leo energy that likes to shine and that attitude of if there's a will, there's a way, and start creating your own reality to be the leader in those groups. Okay, now let's go back to where it's going to show up for you. Remember, always look for your rising sign first, as it will resonate the most, and then use your sun sign if you don't know your rising sign. And if for whatever reason you decide you need to have a personalized new moon reading based on your own birth chart, I have a link in the description box to my website to do that. So as we move forward here, everyone, before we go into your each individual group, let's remember new moons are all about new beginnings, new cycles, and planting new seeds and wishes for manifestation. So, whatever it is with the Leo energy that you feel you need to manifest within that house that you're landing in this new moon cycle, that's what you want to do. You want to bring in the best and highest good for yourself. And don't forget, if you need to come back and take a look or listen rather to what the Leo energy is, there's also a timestamp for that. I will see you in your pile. Hi everyone, and welcome to the second part of your new moon in Leo reading. This is the pick a card. So these are just other options for you, okay? If you decide when you're planting new seeds for manifestation based on your rising or sun sign, you want to do something else in addition to, pick one of these piles or both. Or if you decide that you've already been planting seeds for the particular house that the moon is landing in for you this month, new moon that is, then you know what? You can maybe do one of these piles or both in place of, okay? So pile 1 is this card with the black obsidian moon, and pile 2 is this card with the ocean jasper moon. So pick the pile number, the card, or the crystal moon that calls to you, and I will see you in your reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1, this card, or this black obsidian moon. This is going to be your pick a card reading. So we have overall energy. These are things, like I said, in replace of or addition to manifest, to plant the seeds of, okay? This new moon in Leo. But let's see what we have here. Overall energy is Mercury retrograde. You have to be kidding me, guys. If you watch on a regular basis my full moon and new moon readings, retrograde has been coming out like crazy because I've been saying you're giving yourself your own retrograde, right? Wild. We have Cazimi in the heart. Okay, I love that. And we have this, I'll just show you the name of the card, okay? And that is birthing and safeguard. This is reinvention, birthing, right? It says, sacred is the divinity contained in your skin. The blood running through your veins is simply a miracle. Birthing and safeguard. Okay. So clearly we have something going on here. Okay, again, it's all about, this is about reinventing yourself. So in what area? We're going to look at these cards, and we're going to get live tarot and more oracle, because you want to bring in, at the full moon, you released what no longer served you. Now this new moon in Leo, you're bringing in and manifesting what it is that's best for your highest good and does serve you. So first card we have is Eclipse in Aries. Boost relationships through teamwork and compromise. Collaboration. Just saying again, it's been all about the teamwork. Wow. 12th house, introspection. Meditate and contemplate. Oh, well, that is introspection. Okay. New moon in Pisces. And take inspired action, full moon in Virgo. Okay, you guys, so we're manifesting here. Well, we're manifesting a collaboration. I'm not sure in what area of your life. It says boost relationship through teamwork and compromise. So is that literally at work, teamwork? Is it within the home, teamwork between you, your siblings, you, your parents, between husband, wife, partner, you know? Where does the collaboration need to really stand out and take form here? Where does there need to be compromise, okay? Wherever it is in your life. Like it could be business partner even, right? It could be, I was talking about the 11th house. Was that in pile? No, that was in my last for the full moon. I usually do full moon and new moon together, just that way I have them done for the month, because energy's energy. So I put the intention in for the date, and they're never wrong. So yeah, it's just amazing how this message is just kind of coming out yet again in a different way. I mean, I love it, right? As I always say, when they want to get the message out, they will do it over and over again, just in different ways. So they need you to have a collaboration here, compromise with someone. This needs to be reinvented, okay? So you need to manifest this in. This is what you're going to be doing. And what I want to say about Cazimi is that this is the perfect time to do it, not just because it's a new moon, but with the Cazimi, I don't know a lot about Cazimi, but what I do know is I think it's about once a year when Jupiter, because it's within a certain degree of the sun. When a planet crosses within a certain degree of the sun, then it's considered to be, you know, in the spotlight, big and large, in charge. It's, you know, it's kind of having its moment, so to speak. So with Jupiter, I know that they always say, like, it's going to be the luckiest day of the year because Jupiter's big and bold and brings you luck, right? So when it gets that close to the sun, right at the heart, okay, of the sun, then good things happen with Jupiter. So I want to say here, this is your Kazemi, okay? This is your time, pile one, to make those changes. And what did it say here? Birthing, yeah, which is new beginnings, sacred in the divinity contained in your skin, the blood running through your veins is a miracle. It is a miracle. And I love here the chakras, because I think with introspection, right, meditating, contemplating, going in, figuring out what do I need to manifest in to bring in this collaboration. What type of collaboration is it that I want to bring in? Okay, it's either going to relate to you or it's not. So just keep that in mind, right? It's either going to resonate or it isn't. But something needs to be reinvented here, okay? So it's going within. Okay, it's going within and figuring out, you know, deep down, what is it that I need to do? What needs to change? What needs to be reinvented to make this happen? And we're talking about a Kazemi, and look at the sun here, right? Imagine that this is, you know, the sun is peeking behind, because this is an eclipse, right? But it doesn't matter. What I see here is that could be the planet just crossing over that close to the sun. This is your moment. It says take inspired action, right? There's no time like the present with these two cards. It's time. It's time to do it. That was really sweet, short and sweet, pile one. But there's something here to do with collaborations, partnership, teamwork, okay? Boosting your relationships, right? Compromising, making them better. Going down in deep, right? Dark. Down to the deep and dark places of yourself and figuring out, how do I get everything to align? But they want you to take action now. So there's something you can work on for manifestation. Figuring out what it is and then working on it. All right. 6 of Pentacles. Kindness. The High Priestess, your inner voice. I love what it's saying here. There's also other stuff coming in with those cards. And the Hermit, solitude. All right. So let's just say with the tarot, I always think confirmation, clarification, additional guidance. Well, right here we have the Hermit with the introspection and the meditate and contemplate. Confirming it. Yes, you need to take a little time out to have a little solitude for yourself. Really, really work on this. High Priestess, trust your intuition. So you're in your meditative, you're in solitude. You don't have to be in the lotus position. You know what? You can go sit on a park bench. You can you can meditate wherever it is for however long it is. Or I call it sometimes just sitting quietly if you don't like the word meditate. But listen to your higher self, your inner voice, your intuition, and let it lead you to the solution. Okay? And it will tell you what it is you need to manifest in, because everybody's situation is going to be different. This can't be specific, right? Because it's a general reading. So, and with the 6 of Pentacles, what I just feel is like once you know, take the action, once you're having your Kazemi moment here, you're ready for the reinvention, just trust in it. Believe in yourself, actually, is what I want to say with the 6 of Pentacles. Because when, I'm thinking of Cups, and I don't know where I've heard it. I think maybe it's about the Ace of Cups. Your Ace of Cups needs to be full so that you can give to others. I feel that's what it is with the 6 of Pentacles. If you get yourself in that grounded space, ready for reinvention, ready for the change, the transformation, you will have enough, because we want to have boost a relationship, teamwork, compromise, collaboration. you will have enough to give. You will be able to give of yourself. All right. Let's do a couple of more oracles here, and then we will be done, pile one. So I love this for an addition to, you know what? Sometimes it may not resonate strongly with you in the moment for what the new moon in Leo, like where that Leo new moon is landing in your chart, right? For rising sign. And if you don't know rising, because that's the most accurate, your sun sign, you may just be like, you know what, I'm not feeling that. Maybe you'll feel pile one or pile two. It'll make more sense. Or combining them somehow, right? Darkness. I talked about the darkness here and here. I believe it was. Long night moon. But yet there's a lit path, isn't there? Again, it's going down in deep listening. I just want to say to the core of your being, it's dark inside, there's no light inside your body, right? If you want to think of it that way, if that helps for a little visual, but the light is there. So you know what? Dig deep. Hermit it out. That's what you need to do, pile one. Hermit it out. Okay, let's get one last card here. And again, look at this moon again. This is like a theme with all of these moons. This was eclipse. This was a new moon, which is dark. This is a new moon, clearly, which is dark. This looks like an eclipse or new moon. I let go, I release, I am within perfect possibility. Dark moon, and this is darkness. I absolutely love this for you. Okay, pile one, that is your message for new moon in Leo. Pick a card. I will see you at the end of the month because we actually have 2 full moons this month. So your next reading will be full moon at the very end of the month here in August. So thank you so much, and I will see you then. Hi, everyone who chose pile 2, this card, or this ocean Jasper moon. This is the second part of your new moon in Leo pick a card reading, okay? So let's get right into it. Again, as I said before, this could be in place of what you've already heard for your rising or sun sign, because maybe that's not resonating right now for you, or in addition to, totally up to you. But we're doing overall energy here. Pluto transformation. Wow. 8th house. Pluto rules Scorpio, that rules the 8th house, okay? Because here we have, again, Scorpio, Pluto. What does it say? This is the house of life's enigmas, transformation, the hidden, sexuality, and death. Here is where we can see someone else's property and money, real estate, inheritance, and investments. We can also see our deepest unrevealed wishes, as well as fears, occultism, and esotericism. Okay, who knows what area that's going to fall into? We're going to look at the rest of the cards here. We have, I'll hold it up so you can see the name, but it's Aquarius and Pisces. When 2 souls encounter and they welcome romance, their hearts are bonded and fate becomes unbreakable. Ooh, is this about relationships? Something needs to transform. It wouldn't surprise me because my readings, I said, I sound like a broken record, but really it's been about transforming yourself, working on yourself, working on the relationships in your life, and the messages just keep coming in different ways. I absolutely love it. And God, Source Universe, is adamant about it, okay? So, a time of celebration and success, Sun and Leo. Well, we're in a new moon, Leo, okay? Joy. Ascendant. That's all about me, myself, and I, the entrance. Don't let pride get in your way, and talk less, feel more. It's funny, I said that. Ascendant, me, myself, and I. Don't let your pride get in the way. What was it? Talk less, feel more. Okay, so let's look at the overall message here for you, pile 2. I mean, for some of you, the individual cards could be it for you, what it is that you need to manifest. Okay, that's what we're talking about here, planting seeds. Again, I feel like it's with, only because there's people on this card, and Sun and Leo, the 5th house, which is one thing. It can be dating, romance, passionate love affairs. Okay, so for some of you, that may be where you're planting the seed. Okay, you want to call that in, because they're saying it's time for you to transform yourself. Let's get moving on that. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. For others, I feel like it could just be, it's time for you to find the joy in your creativity, because that's also the 5th house here with Leo. You know, do you like to be on the stage? Are you an artist? Are you a poet? Are you a musician? What is it that you do that brings you joy? Because it's also your hobbies and what you like to do for entertainment. And I feel that what they're saying here is, what are this going down deep? And this was, you may want to watch pile 1 too, because, and I don't say that every time, because that was really about going deep within to make changes. And that's what I'm pulling here. It's where you can see your deepest unrevealed wishes as well as your fears. But we're talking about bringing in and manifesting, planting seeds. So what are those wishes? What do you wish in your life that would transform it to bring you more joy, success even? And it's about you. It's all about you, because this is the ascendant, which is your rising sign, and your natal chart, which is all about, you know, Aries, first house, me, myself, and I. This is about you. What brings you joy? This isn't so much about relationships with other people. I said for some of you, it could be that, but I feel that it's more about bringing joy to yourself. But if it is a relationship, what is it, your deepest wish, that would bring you joy? And it's saying, don't let pride get in the way. So don't let ego take over, because that's hard with first house ascendant here, right? It's hard. Your ego wants to be me, I. You know, listen to me. But I feel at this, right, divine source, this is really tuning into your inner, to your higher self, or to your inner guidance, to your intuition. And when we have here in lotus position, again, talk less, feel more, right? So get out of your head, get out of your pride, your ego, and feel it. What makes you feel joy and celebration, and could even bring you success? Okay, because that is what you need to bring in. And it's going to be different for everyone, because this is general. You know what it is that needs to be transformed in your life to bring that joy in, especially when it comes to wishes that you have for yourself in your life, but focused around, right, like creativity. It could even be children, because children are also, or pets even, are in the 5th house. So, you know, what transformation do maybe you have to stop thinking about yourself, get out of your own way, feel more, right, intuitively, to bring joy in, because these could be your children. All right, so that's the main message. Pile 2, let's get some tarot for clarification, confirmation, additional guidance. I like this message. This is nice, but they're heavy on the transformation. Like, that's, and Pluto's big transformation. Pluto isn't, like, Pluto's kind of, I just feel I need to say this to you guys. Pluto is kind of like tear it to the ground and build it back up kind of transformation, but it doesn't have to be in a bad way, right? It may be for some people, but you know, there's something great coming on the other side. For others, it doesn't, it can be positive all the way through. It's great transformation, okay? Queen of Pentacles, stability. Whatever this is going to bring stability in, right? The Queen of Pentacles, if nothing else, you know, she's stable, just like the King. But she's also, well, Queen's parents, right? I've never really thought, and I don't know if I've ever said that in a reading before, ever. But the fact that she's up here on these kids, it's maybe it is you as the parent, transforming the relationship whatever it is with your children. I feel that's specific for someone. If not, it's just about being responsible, you know, transforming and doing this in a responsible way. But it's doing it through, not through mind, it's doing it through heart, through your intuition. 9 of Wands. Fear. There we go. Maybe this is something you might want to work on a full moon, but for new moon, we're talking about manifestation. And that is once you've let go of that fear, or you haven't even been trying to manifest anything in because of the fear. So we know that needs to be let go of. And then you need to manifest in. For some of you, you haven't done it yet. For others, you need to do it. Okay? And 4 of Wands, celebration, right? Take on that Queen of Pentacles energy, that mothering, nurturing. She's, you know, no different than the Queen of Cups, just in a different way. All the queens are nurturing. They can't help but be, because if you want to look at it, right, it's like the Emperor is the King of Kings. The Empress is the Queen of Queens. She's the mother. She's the nurturer. But yeah, if you haven't let go of the fear yet of what this might bring, you need to work on that maybe first and then work on the manifestation, okay? Or you just up and decide, that's it, I'm letting it go, and you start manifesting. You can certainly do both at once. And there will be success. There will be celebration. 4 of Wands is success. They're telling you right up front, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to open up that door, right? To dig up that ground, plant the seed. Oh, and that card just fell out. Self-reflection, right? There needs to be some self-reflection in all of this. You're transforming. Oh, I love it. Don't be afraid to look at yourself in the mirror, because that's what you're doing. This is the first house. It's all about you. Don't be afraid or scared off, right? Get anxiety in every, well, this is kind of like, sorry, I was thinking of more of 9 of Swords for a reason, so that needed to be said. But once you look at yourself long and hard in the mirror and you realize, okay, something does need to change in this area of 5th house for me, don't be afraid of it. Lay down whatever it was that you were afraid of, right? Did I say that already? Fear, yeah. Whatever it is that you were afraid of, lay it down, let it go, and feel more. I love that. Just love it. Ooh, 2 came out. Let's see here. I can guide and lead others wisely and with love. All right, so that may ring true for some of you when we're talking about these things, maybe in a creative sense, or even guiding and leading your own family, okay? And every day I bring radical self-love to my mind, body, and spirit with this self-reflection and feeling. Wow, I really love this message pile too. It's beautiful. So you know what it is. You need to look at it, what it is that is going to bring you joy. Like I said, it could be around many different things. You know, listen to this again if you need to and figure out what it is. Maybe if there's something that's holding you back from manifesting that's fear-based, you need to do a little more self-reflection. Then you move on to the manifestation, or like I said, you may be able to let it go right away and just go straight into the manifestation. You can always do both at once. All right, so I will see you next time. Actually, it's going to be at the end of the month, because we had 2 full moons this month, one at the very beginning and one at the very end, okay? So I will see you for full moon reading at the end of the month.